Hello, my gaming friends. I'm going to go do a little ad hoc streaming today. Excuse me, I'm moving my mic. First of all, welcome. My name is Scott. I head Optional Rule. My channel is mostly dedicated to. I'm going to go do a little ad hoc. I probably have. Excuse me, I'm moving my mic. First of all, welcome. My name is Scott. I head Optional Rule. There's got to be a. Let me see if I can fix this up. All right, so I probably had a double audio there. I want to add an additional audio that's just for this game if I can do it. But how do I do that? How do I do this? Oh, I see. I have my own stream up. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, technical difficulties. This is actually not my first gaming live stream, but I just act like it because that's where I'm at. All right, so sorry about that, everybody. Let me go back to offering this up. So I am going to live stream some World of Warcraft today. Just for funsies, my regular stream is on Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop role-playing games. That's still what my channel is all about. But I game like everybody else. I'm rediscovering World of Warcraft right now, so I thought it might be fun to throw that out as well. So what I'm doing is Shadowlands was just released. I have some friends who sort of rediscovered it. And they're doing the free trial. So I thought I would get in and maybe get a chance to play with them. Now, like most World of Warcraft, that means I'm probably not going to be able to hook up with them. But I'm going to try. So I'm going to create a little character in the new starting areas. I'm going to start out at level 1. I'm going to see how the game has progressed. I probably have not played World of Warcraft in, man, I want to say a decade, maybe. No, I probably 5 years. So I think I did when that expansion, Burning something Crusade, not Burning Crusade, whatever, the one where you got the town, you got to manage the town. I played again there. I hadn't played before that for about a decade. I thought it was fine, but I don't remember jack squat really about World of Warcraft. So I thought I'd give it a try. Now my friends are over on a new server, so I am going to go over there. I'm not using any of my I hope that's not too loud, by the way. So if anybody's watching and that stream is too loud, please go ahead and let me know. Woo, that was loud. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this desktop audio down just a little bit so it's not so overwhelming. Yeah. So hopefully that's not too overwhelming for you. But so yeah, what I want to do is go ahead and just create a new character, poke around, see if I can discover some fun in World of Warcraft. I am going to go ahead. These are the characters I've been playing before. That's the server I'm on. If you, Azara, if you happen to tune in here, you want to join up, I'm always looking for people to connect with in games. So go ahead and find me here. I am happy to do that. Let's see if I can, my system, so if I can reduce the sound so the music is not so loud. So let's go music. Let's go down to there. I don't really want that on. Okay, so I'm going to create a new character. I've been trying out the new classes. I've run 3 already, but I'm not really sort of tied to a specific character. So I want to try out a couple different classes. So what do I want to do now? I don't know, actually. I tried a druid a little bit. A shaman might be fun. A priest, hunter, warrior. I've done a lot of those. I am going to... boy, that is super loud. I'm in my ear anyway. I can't go to settings without going to the character selection screen. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. So I'm going to go master volume. We're going to go way softer than that. Let's go bring up music a little bit, and let's go about 40%. Yeah, that should do it. I hope without deafening me. Oh my God. All right. So I had a ton of fun in World of Warcraft. I'm going to go see about having some more fun. So I don't know what I want to run. Monk, Warlock, Shaman. And Warlock and pet classes are pretty fun. But what does a Shaman? They use the power of elements to enhance their weapon damage or spells. Mage is also pretty fun. I might go ahead and give that one a shot because I like their blink ability and teleports and all that stuff is fun. I love utility spells though, so I already leveled up a little bit of a warlock, but I might try it again because I don't know, I had some other class I didn't quite like to do with. Can a goblin be a warlock? Yes, they can. That's pretty cool. I like me a goblin here and there. I don't know. Let's do it. Let's go with a goblin. Let's name him. I usually do a random name. Queet. Nope. Quaxel. Zilix. Yeah, let's do that. And let's do a randomized appearance, shall we? What do we got? Mohawk. I kind of dig that, actually. Yeah, I dig that mohawk and that purple. So let's do Zilix and let's get going. And so when you come in here, it looks like you have Bilgewater Port and Exile's Reach. I think, if I remember right, Bilgewater Port is the original starting zone, and I don't really know the stories. Honestly, I don't know that I've ever actually run a goblin, so I probably don't know the Bilgewater Port, but I think Exile's Reach is the new area. So I'm going to go ahead and start a character there and see how this goes. Enter world, level 1 warlock. I got up to level 6 with what did I do before? Sun elf. Meh. I like that sun elf though. I should like him better than a goblin. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually remake my sun elf. So I'm gonna go ahead, delete this character, delete. I don't remember much of the storyline, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this guy as well. Delete character. I'm an alcoholic when I play these games. That's actually not uncommon for me. I'm going to go ahead and create a new character. I'm going to go with Blood Elf, and I'm going to go with Blood Elf Warlock. I kind of hate how pasty white all these Blood Elves are, but that's good enough. So that class is where I'm going to go. Let me give a random name, Rando Felmori. There too many do felon. He's yelling like a felon. Let's see if I can do a random appearance that I can stand. That seems fine to me. Let's go with, yeah, I like something different than pasty face white boy. Let me get a hair. How do I get hair color? Eye color. Is there a red? No. No red. I want a red. Chin strap beard is fine. I want to change my hair to white though. Skin color, hairstyle, hair color. There we go. What do we have over here? White, blonde. Who cares about blonde? Ooh, blue might be cool. Let's do white because I actually dig that. All right, felon. I'm going to start in Exile's Reach, and let's see. So I'm probably going to do this occasionally. Might be fun to get out and enter world. It might be fun to just play a game occasionally online, talk to some folks, talk about D&D. So if you're joining me here and you want to talk about D&D, let's go ahead and do that. Something that I don't think is as applicable. I am a soldier. For the Horde. I was on a 3-day tour. Ogrimmar. All right. So I think this is the new tutorial zone, which I totally need. I am not. Yes, ma'am. You're nearing the island. Be prepared for what's out there. Fight a dummy. All right. I've got, what is this? Targeted dummy. Tab, I think, right? Yes. Point Shadow Bolt. All right. This is good. So they still have sort of a, for anybody who's getting into World of Warcraft, it looks like they still have a tutorial. Honestly, for me, when I have not played in years like this, this is probably a good thing. I don't remember how to do a lot of these. I did notice that back when I was playing that town expansion, I did optimize my bars here. They So you'll see they're not standard 1 through 4. I actually don't remember what I was doing with that, but it was basically to make them much more reachable. I used to do a lot of PvP back in the day. And PvP is a lot of fun in these games. All right, so I have to kill this guy. Okay, just throw my shadow bolt at him. I think this, if I remember right, this is basically teaching you about facing. So what don't I remember? Target needs to be in front of you. Okay, and I can't move while I cast. It interrupts my casting. That's interesting. Sure. Going on way too long, especially since he's not moving. And now I am 2nd level. I notice they don't give you your ability bars at the bottom here. That's probably important. So I have corruption. That's a damage over time. So that's an opener. And so let's see what I have on my bars here. So I have Q and E. These are supposed to be easily reachable. I think if I remember right, Q I use for my opener. So, and again, so I can just go and, WASD finger configuration. I can hit Q as an opener and then spam, or at least time my shadow bolt to keep sort of hitting them after that. So go with honor. Find Lord Brecca. Wait, quest objectives. What just happened? Oh. Even after all these years, I love the graphics on World of Warcraft. It's something about that cartoony nature that is never grown old for me. I know they've updated it, so it's not the graphics of the original game, but okay, I guess something just happened. Ah, cutscene. So I love these cutscenes. I remember in the past. Whoa, oh, swim. Okay, so I guess we know how that expedition got lost. All right. Yeah, I think they do a great job with these cutscenes. Most of my stream is about Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop role-playing game. This is interesting. I think people, I'm an old man, so when I first started playing D&D, there was an assumed genre that D&D was around. What do I have to do? The shore is littered with shipwrecks. Cannot search until our soldiers are healed. Our medical supplies are stolen by murlocs. Recover 6 first aid kits from murlocs. Okay, so kill murlocs and recover first aid kits. So what I'm saying is there's an assumed find objects. Okay, that's good. This tutorial is fantastic. Actually, I'll get to that related to D&D. I'm going to do a lot of D&D discussion here. So you just have to live with it because that's what I do. See, somebody asked me something on Twitter. Most D&D. Yeah, so when I first started playing D&D, when all of us first, I started like 1980, some crazy early time. So here I'm going to open up with my damage over time, and then I'm going to spam my Shadow Bolt. So I'll get back to D&D in a second. So open with my damage over time, which just takes a second to cast, and then Shadow Bolt. Something that is neat about World of Warcraft is I like that the pacing is not very nice in terms of the interface. You don't just hit. It's not like an Xbox controller where you're just spamming X or something like that. You actually have a little bit of it makes you feel skilled to work through timing your blows. Anyway, I'm going to do this for a little while. So I was saying about D&D and genre. So the assumed genre in D&D when I first started was basically sword and sorcery. It really wasn't even Lord of the Rings, although I think a lot of people had that assumption. But it's not that different than standard sword and sorcery. Sort of Fafhrd and the Grey Mouse or Elric of Melniboné. Those were sort of an implied genre, not just setting. There's a difference between setting and genre, but the genre is the general attitude and way you approach role-playing attitudes in the game, the seriousness of the game. There was a sort of a level set in the very early days. There was no debate. It was just Fafhrd and the Grey Mouse. It was that sort of, hard bit's a bad term, but it was that sort of pulp-esque sword and sorcery that was very common at the time. And as gaming sort of progressed, all sorts of other genre assumptions came in, gaming being one of them. So this sort of World of Warcraft is a big monster in this space. So this sort of assumption of a comedic sort of Murloc-esque, how it's a big goof, that kind of assumption about your gaming style at D&D, that became part of the genre. In recent years, I think anime has become very popular. Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. You see a lot, especially younger gamers, come at D&D with an assumption of that as a genre, that there's sort of things don't count. It's all sort of serve the narrative. I don't want to characterize it because anime can be very diverse, but the core point is that the base assumptions, I'm ready for turn in here, the base assumptions that you approach a game with, what your comedic attitude is, what your timing is, what role powers and abilities play into your experience, it vastly differs between populations. I tend to be younger mindset. I actually enjoy gaming with younger crowds. Although I have a sword and sorcery assumed genre, and they maybe have a more anime genre. That's not universal by any means. See, I have to use this tool set. So they're always telling me something. So I got a new ability. What is it? Summon Demon. Okay. If I remember right. So before I put that out here, I don't know what this is. There's something about regenerating soul shards. I have no idea what that is. If anybody knows what that is, drop it in the chat. But somewhere on here, I'm supposed to see something about soul shards, and I have no idea what that is. Anyway, I'm going to go to my interface settings and add my action bar. Where does it display? Action bars. Here we go. Right. I used to have a right. No. Bottom right. There we go. So these abilities that I don't need to hotkey, that they happen infrequently enough that I can key them in later or as needed. I tend to add into that non-keyed heart bar. So summon demon being one of them. So I can summon an imp. Bring forth the imp. Join me. I'm not evil. I just know evil people like imps. Anyways, where I was going is, World of Warcraft certainly set a genre. I have to use this first aid item. I'm just going to temporarily put it here because it's only a temp item. World of Warcraft set a genre for people when they approach D&D or whatever game. I mean, it can be Elder Scrolls Online. It doesn't have to be World of Warcraft. But online gaming set a pace for it, which is sort of ironic because D&D, the original, options of D&D, that set so much of a cultural norm. So much of a cultural norm is set by D&D itself from its early days. And what I mean is levels as a way to determine how powerful you are, hit points as a way to determine your health. Open map. Tutorial in this is great. I really love it. So if you're looking to get into World of Warcraft, again, go ahead and drop me a line if you want to come play on the server I'm on. If you want to do anything together. Oh, this person's traveling with me. I thought it was another player. This is a very new player friendly or returning player friendly. I'm patient. I can alcoholic a lot. So if you want to get into a high level character, you're back into a high level character that you might have started with, or you want to take that level boost for the new expansion, you're probably going to be suffering a little bit. But I know one of the things I noticed here, by the way, is they've crunched all levels. So I think 120 was the previous level's cap, and now they've crunched them down to 50 again. So they've really simplified abilities. So your accessibility to get back in the game is high. Anyway. All right. Look, they're hungry. Deny. I don't know what else is going on here. So somebody's hungry. All right. They're hungry and starving to death. Is that it? This is one Shah Shaman with the expedition. They're dying of starvation. The death unfit for the horde. Of course it is. Slay the nearby wildlife for meat. All right, so I have to slay nearby wildlife for meat to... oh, there's a chest up here. Abandoned treasure chest. I'm going to go check this out. All right, so where was I saying before? So the idea that, these sort of assumed genres set the tone of a D&D. Oh, D&D setting the tone for everything culturally. So culturally, D&D has had a massive impact. You know, there's if you look, you're only beginning to see these trickle of other games that I think P brings up. Yeah, P brings up it's an unending resolve. So what is this? Hardens your skin, reduces all damage by 20%, 3-minute cooldown. Jesus. So I want to put like a long cooldown thing on a what do I want? A buff? E? Is that what I'll use for cooldowns? That's fine. So D&D has set that like the assumption that hit points are a way to measure your health as opposed to wound levels. There's a whole bunch of other games, Blades in the Dark or Fate, they do wounds differently. But that's not the like people just automatically assume people who haven't even played D&D automatically key in on things like hit points, and it set the tone of how all games developed pretty much from the get-go. I mean, it's shaped other things as well. There's so many online servers named after D&D. There's all kinds of things that are named after D&D that set sort of cultural norm. And then people stopped playing D&D. You know, second edition was niche-y compared to fifth edition, and it was fairly popular. World of Warcraft came up, and that became absolutely massive compared to D&D. So now, ironically, World of Warcraft and games like that began to set the tone for D&D itself, and became the people starting assumptions of hit points and levels and all the abilities now are level set by D&D as a starting. I know by World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online or Dark Souls or whatever game that borrowed from D&D originally. People have forgotten that D&D was the original. So now D&D, these games have begun to affect D&D. That's where you saw 4th edition. If a lot of people started with 4th edition, I don't get into edition wars. I thought, D&D 4th edition, I didn't play a lot. It wasn't my kind of game, but not because I thought the system was bad. It's mostly because I had that itch scratched already from World of Warcraft. I didn't need D&D to scratch like a sort of ability hotbars and all of those assumptions. I didn't need D&D to do that for me. I needed D&D to do role playing and sort of tactically thinking through areas and not using just sort of standard abilities. That's what I wanted out of them. So they're entirely different. I do say that that's still a barrier for me. This idea that people come at it with a genre assumption of playing like an online game or anime. Those aren't my things, so those can be a bit of a barrier, but not too much. As long as you understand that people just have different assumptions. Don't vilify them for having different assumptions in you. Don't get into this pissing contest over who's right about this magical fake world. Don't do all this. What just happened there? Just approach people with a kind heart. Understand that viewpoints are valid. If people want to come at it with a World of Warcraft point of view, run that game if you can. If you can't, teach them about your genre. Don't be impatient that they don't understand anime as a genre, or that they don't. They're still going. Or if they don't understand World of Warcraft as a genre, or Sword and Sorcery as a genre. Teach them, show them why it's fun. Because these things that were fun back in the day, they're still fun. So just teach them what that is. All right. So this is a bunch of spamming of my abilities. It's a little annoying, this quest right here. And I think I have to check out new abilities. I know I've got new items. So anyway, those are my thoughts about how games sort of cross-pollinate. I think the joy that you bring to the games, the idea that you can sit down and just enjoy something together instead of it being an over-optimized experience, that is something that maybe video games have added into this genre. Tabletop role-playing games have a bleed over. People would raid in World of Warcraft. I remember the reason why I sort of got tired of it after a while is just I hadn't played for months, so I'd seen game after game after game, and I was ready for something new. But the the idea that you would get into raids and people have to be all absolutely optimized in terms of their gear and their, you know, their way they use their abilities, and you couldn't just sort of hang out and make it a social experience. I just didn't like it. But that was my fault for looking at World of Warcraft for a social experience. It's not a social game. It's, you know, by its nature, you know, an optimized game. People are trying to optimize not the game itself, but their time. Nobody wants to spend 8 hours online with half of that being wasted because somebody was running around playing a game of grab ass. Okay, I have to pick up 2 quests, kill these quill boars, and I get a glove. So kill quill boars and then some geolord somebody. I don't know who that is, but let's go kill him. Yeah, so that optimized time, because we sink so much time into this. People don't like that wasted time because it's not like a tabletop role-playing game. What might be considered wasted time in a tabletop game generally isn't, because you can be a spectator to what's going on. If somebody's out role-playing with a shopkeep, let's say, and I know there's people who don't like it. That's fine. That's totally valid. If that's, where are all the monsters? I'm supposed to be here, right? The big star up here. I don't know what that is. Ogre, Overseer, Forbidden Quillboar. I guess that's who I'm supposed to go. Oh, the guy I'm supposed to get is up here. I don't know who this dude is. Let me see. I'll try to take him down. He's got a silver border. I know that means he's supposed to be a tougher monster. Let's see how this goes. So anyway, I think what I was saying is optimize time. Like if you're a D&D player and somebody is, the focus is not on you at the moment. You can see with the action still. You can see them role playing out, you know, shopkeep stuff, or role playing out their little solo adventure or whatever. You know, these are perfectly valid ways to approach a game, and you can still be entertained by it. But in online games, somebody runs off to gets a sandwich, or they're rearranging their bar, or they're waiting for waiting to be resurrected. These things they have no entertainment value for other people in your party. So that level of optimization is not really something that's enjoyable. Now, sometimes that bleeds over as an attitude for players, where they get upset if they feel like somebody's taking time. I think that's unfair. You have to give people time, but I mean, that's sort of where we are with it. All right, Tilbor. I love these creatures. I wonder if there's an inspiration for a D&D creature in here. Intruders. I'll have to do a bunch more of these quill boars. Okay, let me get busy killing these guys. So anyway, that's what I think is an interesting. Again, having been around for a while, to see the evolution of people gaming and what is important to them and what's entertaining for them and what their assumed genres are. I just think it's interesting. Game design is interesting. I don't believe in thinking about things. I believe in overthinking about things. Anyway, that's what I think. For all the evolution of the Earth, for all the evolution of tabletop or for online games, it's still pretty much kill 10 rats, right? For all we've ever tried to get around to it. It's always click the mouse button a certain number of times and you get something. Okay, where am I at? 6 out of 7. You, die. Pip Fip. I love that imp name. It does bring to mind some creations I have thought about. I sort of like the idea of being able to do more with a familiar in D&D. Is there anything up here? I saw some chest pop up. Maybe somebody looted it. I like the idea in D&D of being able to do a little bit more with your familiar. As you can see here, I mean, this familiar is attacking for you. It's basically an enhanced mob. I've been thinking about designing a familiar bonded wizard in D&D. My hesitation there is that I think if you've ever watched a previous stream of mine, when we talk about game balance, an important element of game balance is not just power level, but is it treading on the uniqueness of another class? And obviously, you might be thinking there's a Warlock Pact of the Familiar. I think it's Pact of the Chain, something like that. There's a Warlock class in D&D. I love those Brooklyn accents. That's why I always spit on the horde. Let's scram. I love doing D&D voices for my D&D games, by the way. So yeah, I mean, I've thought about doing a sort of a familiar-based twinned or summoner that shares powers with these summoned creatures, but I'm always hesitant because it feels like it's bleeding into that Pact of the Chain or whatever the Pact of the Familiar Warlock is. So, but I probably will write one day just for funsies. What'll I incorporate in my group? We'll see. All right, dudes in the field with a quest. Fine job, Quillbore seemed to be, and I'm getting some gloves. And this has been telling me for a little while. Use my gear. All right, put on my gloves. I'll put on a cloak. Let's put on some food. I know that does healing over time. The rest of, I got a belt. I'll put that on. And let's see if I got new abilities. I do have fear. So fear is a crowd control. Damage effect cancels it. So what do I want to do with this? Yeah, I think I want my fear in E actually. So I'm going to put fear in E. I have this buff. It's once per 3 minutes. I'm going to put that in Shift Q. Fear is in E. I know it's doubled. My bar is locked, so I can't do multiple things. Yeah. So for me, it's all about the efficiency of your keys. I used to get quite a bit into PvP, and I don't want to be hunting all over my keyboard for different keys to hit as I'm in the middle of PvP. All right, the Choppy Booster Mark V. You're looking for, so I'm about to the place I've gotten before, so this is all going to be new to me. You're looking for Shuja Grim Axe, right? Yes, I am, I guess. So you use the Choppy Booster Mark V to find Shuja Grim Axe. All right, except, where's, oh, there it is. I like it. I like it. I guess I right click on this. Okay. Can I move? Did I make that move? I have no idea. Yeah, so all right. I think this is just dialogue, I think. I can't use my abilities. I think this is just a basically in-game cutscene. Do they see something? Aha. Okay, yeah, it's just an in-game cutscene. Double-headed ogre. Never lonely. Do you think they get along? Dragon? Savor the final moments of your life. Very well. Very well. Excellent. You know, as you do. Okay, so I have to get through these undead. A giant boar? I get impatient in these games. I wish this thing could go faster. And I'm pretty bad about just like clicking through. Yeah, what do you want me to kill? What do you want me to kill? All right. They want to make a giant boar. Use the resizer on 3 wandering boars. Okay. I've got a backpack. All right. It's an item. So just like this kit before, I guess I use it. Where do I got to find a boar and use it on a boar? It sounds like. Oh, there's another chest over here. Yeah, so where was that going? I don't remember what I was saying. It's 2 seconds ago. All right, let's find if I can get some gear. Oh, I get a little impatient here. Oh, I was thinking about like what utility do games have for creating adventures in D&D? Put that bracer on that I just found. Yes, okay. This is where that genre thing comes in that I was talking about before. Take these, so I have to use this on him. What? Bzz. Oh no! Oh, he's so small! Where'd he go? Okay, I could try it again. Choose a wandering boar. It made him small the first time. Oh, whoa. Hey, moose. All right. Try it again. I need another. Oh, look at this moosey. What a sweetheart. I love that art. I love this art so much. I'm not going to click on him because it may make me attack him, I think. Little babies. Little babies. I want one so bad. Oh, they're so cute. Little Bambies. Let me see if I... Oh, I want to take you home with me. Into my... I can summon... My demons probably won't eat you. I'll probably need several of you. Anyway, all right. That's so cute. So what I was saying, so the adventure, the potential to draw on World of Warcraft for adventure. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. I don't see it because of the genre difference. Like I'm not looking for the tone or the type of adventures. Using these as fodder for games. I don't know. I find more potential in like Elder Scrolls Online than I do in this. Good work. Let's see if you can pull this off. Okay. I don't know why I'm talking to you. Her daughter was the one that was missing, right? Ride the choppy booster 5 and blow up the undead army. I will get an expeditionary staff. Okay. Is this one of those yes, it's a temporary item. What is this? Exit vehicle. Don't want to do that. Oh, area effect. Boom. Boom. Those are fun. So, because of the genre difference, and the action, I don't always feel like online games are great fodder for D&D adventures. They can be inspirations. I mean, when you want to set the idea of action, but these online games are so much action or so action oriented. I don't find a lot of inspiration. I suppose if we took the plot here, what do I understand about it? Torok slain. Oh, look, Torok? Somebody's killing them. So if you took this general plot, I guess you could create a D&D adventure about it. You have an orc whose daughter was kidnapped by an evil necromancer. You get in, they're building a necromantic army. They raise a dragon to threaten a region. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it would need a lot of work. I mean, that's not even an outline. I guess I have to wait for them to spawn. That's not even an outline for an adventure. There's no hook. Like, what's your hook? Why you're there? You get around a lot of things in gaming because people just want experience and want treasure. So they look for the NPC with a quest marker over their head and they go for it. But that's not tabletop games. So you'd have so much more to do, and I don't find a lot of inspiration. Conversely, games, not necessarily online games, but a game like The Witcher 3, let's say, that's a kind of the gold standard for me of online role play, or not online, but computer role playing games. Oh, look at that, a motorcycle. That's cool. I think those stories are great. Those are really meaningful. I found a lot of enjoyment, and I found a lot in the complexity of them, and especially the moral ambiguity of them. But it's another genre assumption, right? Those are deeply personal stories. Those are highly crafted. So you can't. It's hard to hit the pacing in a tabletop game because without taking players' agency away and things like Witcher 3 type storylines. So I just find them hard to pull off. So tabletop games are still sort of a thing unto themselves to me. What is going on here? Oh, that's the daughter, right? This sort of Lemmy, the orc. And I get my expeditionary staff. I hate losing control of my character in online games, any game at all. I hate cutscenes. I hate anything that takes control of my character away. It really bugs me because I'm a grumpy old man. Okay, so up in that tower, I got my game. Up in that tower, they're raising a undead dragon, Dragolich or something. Cool. Okay, I've got my abilities. No, I don't have control. There we go. Wow, so frustrating. Where's that? Oh, over here? All right, let me look at my spell book first. So, items, I've got a new staff, soulbound, +3 stamina. I don't really use a staff, so I don't know what that does for me. Tusks, everything else is not new. I have a new ability somewhere. Curse of Weakness. It's instant and increases the time between an enemy's attack by 20% for 2 minutes. Wow, that's great. So actually, I think in terms of my arrangement of my bar, I think I want to, I don't know why I put this over on F, but anyway, that's what I'll do. What is this one? Arcane Torrent removes 1 beneficial effect from enemies within 8 yards and restores 3% of my mana. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't know what, I think that's a racial ability, actually. Do I have any other new abilities? No, I don't. So Curse of Weakness is an instant, 3 mana, and that reduces their attack. So I guess what I really want to do, since that's instant, I want to do Corruption, since that takes a minute to cast, or well, not a minute, but it takes some time to cast. So as soon as that lands, I'll hit him with Curse of Weakness, since that's instant, and then I start charging up my Shadow Bolt, because I won't lose any time with that instant ability, and it lasts for 2 minutes, so it'll reduce their ability to attack me. That's what I want there. All right. Purchase an item from the provisional vendor, and I will get a knapsack. Oh, that's right. You can see bags here. There's something that used to drive me absolutely batty in World of Warcraft. The inventory management in games is so artificial. It seems like a cheap way to force you to spend gold, and it just means you can't carry stuff. I always used to hate that. All right, so these things with the little gold icon, those are, I think those are useless junk items. I don't need my apprentice staff. I don't need this, or this. So all I've got is meats. I got meats left. And I need to buy something. So I do a Horde Tabard. I don't really care. Does that give me a benefit of anything? No. Don't care. I'm going to do some more jerky, because that does healing over time. Although it seems like I'm pretty easily able to manage combat at this level, which is probably a good thing. Unlike D&D, the early levels in MMOs seriously are very easy to do, as opposed to D&D, which is very difficult to do early on. Hi, welcome to the chat. Go ahead and drop a hello if you enjoy something about what you're seeing, or you want to talk about D&D. Go ahead and just ask the question. I'd love to answer it live. If something comes across, please just go ahead and ask it. All right. Complete this quest. I get another knapsack. Does that give me more story? Yeah. So you see, you get these sacks, and I remember back in the day in World of Warcraft, just grinding just to desperately get more storage space, and that's a design thing I really absolutely hate, because it's making the game less annoying. It shouldn't be annoying in the first place, right? All right. So what do I got to do? The following will be cast on you. Learn Summon Voidwalker. Ooh. Okay. Dead Warlock's body. Okay, so that's my reward. I've got a couple of quests here. What else is going on? Lana Jordan. A Warlock's bargain. So here I need to meet Laura Jordan west of the... Well, you are Laura Jordan. I don't get to accept. Oh, I guess she's going somewhere. Let me get us the other quest before I head over. I'll just take whatever's closest. Not quite sure what's going on here. And that's what I was saying. So that game design where it makes it less annoying, I'm just not a fan of that design. So meet with Bo near the Harpy Roost. Okay, so she's going to go someplace in somewhere. Okay, I'll go up. I'll meet you there. So making a game less annoying is not a feature. It's really not a feature. It's a little artificial, and it always sort of... I just don't really like that design. Oh, there's another quest over there. So similarly, that applies in D&D, right? How much of that I think is a core... Ooh, they captured a Forsaken prisoner for their ritual. Should I get this quest first? I'm going to go get this other quest first. that's a core problem with the ranger. A lot of things in the world and the survival, the entire survivor pillar in D&D, because you recover hit points every night when you rest, because you look at this. This is nice. Oh, I love the art so much. And a little because you recover hit points every night, because you I use the light spawn light to dispel nearby necrotic energy. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. So I think I have to click these things. So the problem with the survival pillar is there's nothing really that makes you do resource management. If you lose a few hit points, or you get exhausted on a journey, or you whatever that might happen in a wilderness encounter, unless it's a combat where you might die, the only stakes in D&D seem to be death or not, and everything else is sort of a minor annoyance. So what's the real challenge? Like, you might lose a few hours in your travel to someplace. You might take a few hit points that get, oh, look at that. That might get healed. Yeah, what's the real adventure portion here? Nothing, I would argue, or at least it's hard to pull off. And for most people, including me, it just ends up feeling like you're just avoiding annoying setbacks that don't really have a meaning, that there's no stakes involved. Because what's losing 6 hit points is not a stake. And I think that that's the core problem with the ranger, and just generally the survival tier, survival and exploration tier. Now, exploration, you can set a stake with about not discovering some option or treasure. Again, that borders a little close to annoying more than actually a challenge. So I don't know. I think that's something that's slightly bad about the survival pillar. Okay, so I have 2 quests here. Harpy culling, defeat 10 harpies and their allies. Sure, harpies are no one's favorite thing. Harpies, once you have harpies, you can't get rid of them. Set fire to 5 harpy totems. Oh my gosh. And I will receive an expeditionary cloth cord. Sure. All right. So these are very close by. Wasn't I supposed to get summon Voidwalker? Did I get an ability like that? Where did that summon Voidwalker? Oh, that was a different quest. I don't think that was an ability, though. I think that was a temporary thing, like it just had. I burn all your totems, harpies. I'm not going to take that guy's kill. One of the many difficulties in early parts of online gaming, like WoW. I think they've probably fixed it by now, but there used to be this concept of kill stealing back in the early days of MMOs, where the first person to hit something would get the credit for killing it. And if somebody else, oops, oh, hunting warg. I don't think I need to kill those guys. Okay. Q, shift Q. So what I was saying is, you wouldn't get the credit for a kill, especially if you had to do kill 10 rats mission or whatever they were. And that would be sort of a way for people to grief one another. They could take away your progress or stand in your way. And boy, I just said, like, removing annoyance is a game design thing I did not like. Being annoying is way worse. And griefers are just, because people could do it. They would get bored, and they just felt like they needed to do that. It gave them power. I don't know what it made me feel like. That was never my thing. All right, so let me kill these things. So Q to Q to start my damage over time. I'll debuff their attack speed, and then I start spamming my soul bolt, or whatever it's called. Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, that was just, I don't think that's, I think they've designed that out of World of Warcraft now. I don't think that is an item here. I have to say, this is pretty fun. Ooh, there's another chest over there. That's another thing people used to do with griefing. I think chests still spawn and get removed when someone opens them. I don't know if they're instanced by player, but it used to be that, a cloth tunic, some supplies, and healing potion. It used to be that if someone got there ahead of you at a chest, they would loot it, it would disappear, and a lot of times chests were hidden behind mobs, so you had to clear mobs to get to the chest in the first place. In the middle of you clearing mobs, so I don't want to steal that guy's kill. In the middle of you clearing mobs to get to a chest, some dude would run in, and loot the chest while you're in the middle of combat, and it's just so frustrating. So yeah, I bet you they've probably removed that now. But I don't want to test it. I don't want to be a jerk just to test something out. I'll wait and see if it. Like here, I don't know if I'm taking this person's totem burn or not. I hate to think I am. I don't. Let me see if they get done. If they run over and click that thing, and I see it burning, they may still be able to do it. I don't know. I hope I didn't steal it from them. Anyway, I don't really have a way to know, but that's a concern in games like this. All right, so there's another totem over here. Harpy, cast. And people used to be able to game that system to grief all the time. So like you've seen, there's instant abilities that have it doesn't take any time to cast them. And to lock out a monster from somebody else, people would use their instant abilities, even if it was suboptimal, to score the hit that would lock that monster to them. And that was it. You were getting no credit for that spell that you sat there casting for a while. You were getting absolutely no credit for it. And used to drive people, including me, crazy. Instant ability there. Sometimes you need a nice thing is you have these sort of standard tactics that you want to use. Like I open with my damage over time, then I hit my instance. But if you run across somebody suddenly, I still need 4 of them. Oh my gosh! If you run across somebody suddenly, you can take a different tactic, like do your instant first, and then take it from there. At least that set of dynamic abilities is pretty good. And actually, looking at this, I'm probably better off casting. I still have 10 more. I hate looking for monsters. I'm probably better off opening with my damage over time, going right to, what is that, Shadow Bolt, and then when it's right in front of me, because I can probably get one off as it's coming towards me, and then hit that debuff, because they're not attacking me while they're coming at me, so it doesn't really matter. And at least I get, probably timing wise, I'm getting a little bit more out of my Shadow Bolt that way. Those hounds aren't worth anything to me, are they? Dead warlock body investigated. Nope. Yeah, I just need these harpies. Harpy snatcher. Don't want harpies in your snatch. See? That person did not know I was coming, so I'm sure they were not killing. So I got experience, so it looks like you can divide experiences up. All right, so you don't have kill stealing anymore, and it even counted towards my count off. All right, so you can actually double up and get credit for killing a beastie. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because I used to suffer with that anxiety over stealing somebody's kill all the time. Certainly don't want to do that. There's a very well-known MMO with lots of PvP called EVE Online. I've probably played that more than any online game out there, which is ironic because it absolutely drives me bonkers, because the community is toxic. People grief each other all the time. It's actually part of the game design, which I don't get. But but I played it because I still get, even though you say you hate something, you still get something out of it. What I get out of it is in a world where most people are kind of jerks, I like being a nice guy. So there's something I get something out of. Harpy culling. Purge totems. Is that what I need? Yeah, complete quest. Oh man, I still have 1 harpy to get. That is annoying as shit. All right. All right, you harpy. You're my 1 harpy. My last one. I'm talking and not paying attention that much. Anyway, so I know people are lurking here. Hi, everybody. It's great to have you here. I hope you're finding this interesting. I don't know when the last time you played World of Warcraft is, but I would like to hear that. I have not played it in a long time, and this is somewhat enjoyable. All right, Suja Grimmax. What am I supposed to do with you? Rescue Herbert Gloomcross from the Harpies. Harpies necromantic ritual. Okay, this is ironic because in my D&D game. Last one I left off, that has we left off with a cliffhanger. A player character on guard duty had been lured out by harpies in the middle of the night. So we left it off with them standing in front of the harpies about 100 feet away from the player character, where the players were sleeping, and they were about to begin a combat. So this is actually somewhat ironic. Ooh, look at that dude! Just not having a good day. Wasn't somebody else just being held in the air like that? Okay. All right. You're attacking me. Yeah, help me out here, imp. Don't stand there. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to touch them? Am I supposed to B to open my bag? It's telling me. All right, I'm in combat, so I can't change my equipment. I got bamboozled there. What's going on? Let me step back so I can figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. Equip your new gear. It wants me to equip gear. Oh my gosh! I will give it damage over time. Now I will shoot it. Debuff it. I have a fear ability that I'm not using, obviously. You might see that. That is because, really, that's for crowd control. If I get a second mob, what they call an ad in MMOs, if you've never played one, sometimes you don't get just one mob at a time. So sometimes you get multiple mobs. And there's no point in fighting that other mob. You want to take down one mob at a time. So casting fear on that second mob or third mob or whoever, that gets them to run away and give you some extra time to isolate that original creature you're fighting with. So that's why I'm not really using it. If I was paying attention, I'd probably use it more, but I'm not. That was cool. That was a boss fight. All right, so there's something it wants me to equip. This is a cannot change equipment set while in combat. I'm not in combat. Why am I still in combat? Why am I still in combat? Oh, so annoying. So annoying. Oh, this thing, I can't change it. I don't know why it's stuck in combat. It's probably a bug or something. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to run over here, see if I can get out of combat. I think I'm being attacked. Okay. So this is that second creature that I was saying is, a bit of a, look at that other player. This one here, I'm going to cast fear on them. It makes them come back. As soon as you damage them, it breaks fear. So much like D&D, they run away for a little while. I forget in D&D if fear breaks, if damaging a foe breaks fear or not. I don't think it does. All right, so I have new gear. These windows are really annoying. I'm out of combat finally. All right, so I've got a new robe, and I've got this expeditionary cloth plus intellect plus stamina. Okay, it says I have more. What else? What other do I have? Item stitch belt. Okay, it says I have a new ability. What is going on here? Level 5 leggings. There used to be a compare tool, I thought. Your item has been equipped. I know that. I just did it. Used to be a compare tool. I don't think I have that anymore. Do I have? Oh, this belt just got replaced. I should move these healing items down to here. Probably not going to get a big chance to use them. Is that anything? No. All right. And it's saying I have new special ability. What else do I have? Create Hearthstone. Drag it to my... All right, give me a second. Creates a hearthstone. You can be consumed to restore 25% of health. Okay, that's great. I think I can only have one. Okay. Oh, man. Come on. Instant ability. Damage over time. I just need a place where I can figure out what the hell is going on here. Hearthstone. So that's my create Hearthstone, and this is the actual Hearthstone. I should put it above it, maybe? So I have 3 of these. Or is that the number 3? No, I have 3 of these. Is that right? 3 charges. Okay. What happens if I cast this again? Do I get another one? Kind of just... No. All right. Just replaces the one I have. All right. So, yeah, that's a way to sort of tank extra damage, which is really good. Let's go down, going down. All right. Let me turn this in. I've got other quests I don't know how to clear. All right. Suja Grimaxe, Exhibitory Cliff. Return to the Horde camp and speak to Warlord Grimaxe. I still got something up here I need to do. Investigate the dead warlock's body. All right, so let's keep doing that. Was that up with that? Was that what I was supposed to do with that boss? Maybe. No, it looks like it's a whole different area. Is it down here? No, how do I get up there? I have no idea, but we're about to find out. Oh, go away, wolf. Go away. So this is what I would do with fear. So fear, I'll cast on one of them. Just send them running away. And this one here, I'll cast my damage over time on. Probably should have started with my debuff. But yeah, that's totally fine. So this one that's afraid is running away. I cast my damage over time. I have to wait for him to come back. I know I'm pretty sure if I ran away, he's going to come chase me. Good. Oh, shit. I run down the... All right, I'm just not going to loot him because I don't feel like getting caught in a endless loop of combat here. All right, I have something over here. I don't know what that is. What am I supposed to do? Okay. There's something here. Exile's Reach. Is that it? What is this? I have no idea what that is. Measure. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Dead Warlock's body investigation. Is there a dead Warlock here? Oh, here he is. Sprag Booze Boom. All right. Rise and retrieve the Warlock's Grimoire and finish the ritual to summon a Void Walker. Oh, is this how I get a Void Walker? What do I do? Return the Horde. Oh, no. Meet Laura. 0 of 1 Old Grimoire. Oh, this is frustrating. What am I supposed to do here? That's the active one. Oh, there it is. In the grass. I don't know why they just didn't give it to me. Recover the old Grimoire. I guess this is an item like before. I'm guessing. Summon with Grimoire. Yes. All right. I know the Voidwalker is a bigger pet. So it's a much bigger pet. I guess this is how you get it. I don't know. Summon Voidwalker. Cool. You have Grimoire to enhance their binding ritual. Okay. Okay. I got a new ability. I'm guessing that's the Voidwalker. No health funnel. Where are we at? Oh, I can do either Voidwalker. I see it's an add-on to my Summon Demon. So I can do a Voidwalker, which is under a command, able to withstand heavy punishment. So it's a tank, basically, or DPS, which is an imp. Health Funnel sacrifices 25% of my maximum health to heal my Summon Demon. Okay, I have no idea where to put that. Let's go with Shift E, maybe for now. I probably got rid of that, but I didn't. Oh crap! Oh crap! I don't know. Let's go with Z. Let's go with Z. Can I right click and clear that? I cannot. All right, they're locked. I'm gonna have a little bloat in my bar here. That's okay. All right, so this is going along. What else do I have to do down here? All right, I am going to take a quick bio break. I am going to be right back. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to go stream paused here, and I will be right back. Thanks, everybody. 1 second. All right. Thank you for your patience there. Sorry, I'm going to be doing this. So it's a Sunday. Why am I doing this? It's a Sunday. I wanted to do a little gaming. Some friends of mine were getting back into it, although they're not online, ironically. And I decided to give World of Warcraft a shot again because it's been so long. I will probably, if people find this interesting, I'll probably take some time and do some game streaming here or there. But again, my stream is about Dungeons and Dragons theory crafting, tabletop role playing games. That's where I spend my time. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get this quest, I guess, before I turn that other one. Look at that. Kill Jaw the Terrible. Oh my gosh. What's that sticking out of his side? Oh my gosh. Boy, I'll come back up here in a second. I mean, what level is he? He's 7 and I'm 8. That's probably, oh, he's gold mob though. If I remember right, silver mobs were supposed to be hard soloable mobs, and gold mobs were supposed to be hard group or just group mobs. So let me go turn in these quests first because it might be relevant to what I'm trying to do here. And I might need to up my game. Some leggings that give me stamina. Good thing. Got one more. Oh, I've got that other quest that I picked up before that I haven't done. So I'll get to that dude in a second. But let me sell some of this item. So again, I hate that inventory management thing. And I wish there's probably a sell all junk, I guess. Key, but I don't know. Heck if I know where it is. Yes, I know. All right. What does health funnel do again? Sacrifice 20% of my maximum health to heal my demon. So I sacrifice my life for theirs. So they're kind of like a blood hunter ability from D&D. Look at that. Not more. Are those harpies? No, they're eagles or something. Look at this. A giant sarlacc pit or something. Oh, that's cool. Spiders. All right. Lana, what are we doing? Again. Rescue 5 trapped expedition members. Oh, that's the whole reason I'm here, right? I get some cuffs for it and some duckies. Are they above ground? Below ground. It must be below ground. All right. I have to. Oh, okay. There's a little cave down here. What is this thing? What is it? Oh, there's some spiders down there. That's cool. Cool. Do I have a buff I should have on myself? No. Okay, it looks like I have to free them from The spider web. Okay, that's all I have to do. So I have to get down here, release these folks. Are they on the ceiling too? No. All right. It looks like I just have to spiral through here and release these people from the spider webs. Ugh. Ugh. Gnarly spider, gnarly spider. They're 8th level. And what is this? They have venomous fangs. They can inflict damage over time on me, it sounds like. Okay, another one of my creatures. If I remember right, you get basically insignificant experience from killing creatures. It's really about quests, which is fine. I remember the days and early days of these games, like grinding, sitting in a place and doing what's called pulling, especially if you're a younger gamer. Thank God you don't remember what these things are, but you used to have to camp in a place where there was a little safe spot for your group to sit, and you'd have to have somebody who was called a puller. You just have to kill mob after mob after mob because there weren't enough quests to go around. EverQuest was read about that, Dark Age of Camelot, and so you literally would spend hours with the whole group standing in this one location. One character would be called the puller. They would go out there and like shoot at a mob, hopefully getting one at a time, and you would take the maximum that the group could really handle in a combat. Oh, this is good. So I see he went up to that. This is a important piece of information I was talking about earlier about stealing quest items and so forth. This person obviously is on the same quest. They went up and clicked on this, but it didn't disappear for me. So that player is seeing a version of this that is not. And that's different from what I see. So they don't take away the little quest objective for me, which is nice. That's a really good add. So anyway, pulling. They hopefully that character pulling the mob would bring back one mob with it, but there was always a small chance that it would pull all the mobs back with it and kill the entire party. And you just do this for hours. I can't believe it. I can't believe I would do it. I don't talk about this very often, but I will share this. It was actually a godsend for me at one point in my life because I had some health issues, years ago, and I was really had to spend some time in bed, and I would lay back and play Dark Age of Camelot, and having that to concentrate on was a big lifesaver for me. Hearn the Exiled. Am I supposed to get him? Defeat Hearn. Oh, I was supposed to defeat that guy. That's all right. I should have just did one attack on him. I'll have to wait for him to respawn. But yeah, really saved my sanity. I'd lay in bed, play Dark Age of Camelot, do crafting, which is also a big grind. Thinking about crafting again makes my face hurt because I've lost so many hours to grinding bags in World of Warcraft or grinding armor. And I just hate it. And especially when your crafting is always superseded by what you find. The only thing you don't really find in World are bags, which is why I would do that a lot. But you can always find new armor and stuff like that. So I really wouldn't do it. If you're joining me on the stream, I am a D&D and tabletop role-playing game streamer. I talk about game design. I talk about game theory crafting, all this stuff on my regular stream. I don't do a lot of these games. I will do them occasionally because it's Sunday. I've got nothing better to do. I'm doing it now. So I hope you'll join me. My regular schedule is Saturdays. He's back. All right. My regular schedule is Saturdays at noon Eastern time. Oh, this dude's gnarly. Look at him. Look at him. Pip is able to take him pretty well. I don't see any chest or anything else that I want to do here. And I could ride this moose out. Oh, where'd you go? Which is what I want to do. I didn't have to fight one of those spiders. That's cool. But yeah, so I'll probably be doing things like this occasionally just for funsies. I'm not going to get into gaming streams. Nobody really cares. I think someone younger and much more handsome or pretty is probably someone you want to spend time with. But if these get going, there's some interest in it. I'll keep doing it, certainly. I tend to loop my logic back around to game design. How we keep games going. Look at someone message me on Discord. 1 second. No. Okay. Yeah, so I'll keep doing this. So as long as it's fun. Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. I'm going to be playing a lot of that. I don't know how much I'll be streaming. I'm always torn around. Like, I don't want to spoil things for people, right? I often, when I see streams, it's usually because I want to see how someone handles a situation I'm already aware of. Meet Warlord Grimmax outside of Dark Maul Citadel. Okay. Now, there was a quest up here that I waited, and there was that like gnarly looking, I don't know if it was a wounded bear or an undead bear. Yeah, up here. Let's see what that is. Oh, I'm supposed to follow this Grimmax person. I guess I don't have a choice, do I? All right, I'm going to follow them. Screw it. I bet you they'll be waiting for me. All right. So yeah, I don't like spoiling stuff for people, but I do enjoy defeat Killclaw the Terrible, suggested 3 players. I'll take it. Let's see, expeditory cost. Should I pull out my... So I'm fully loaded up. There's no other players around. It's probably going to be a rough fight for me. So I can eat. What I can do is eat. I'm going to try it. That's what the hell. I mean, worst that can happen, I'll die, right? Get my maximum range. So oh man, I am not even hurting him. I might have needed to use my tanking creature there. Healing my familiar. I don't know if this is wise or not. It's probably not. It keeps running past me and out of my arc of combat. It looks like I'm going to get it. All right, that's cool. If my summoned creature goes down, I'm going to be in probably serious trouble. Go back to... Go back to damage over time. Okay, that worked. Large bear tooth. That's it for that whole thing? So kind of group mob myself and all I get is that stinking bear tooth? Oh, there's a chest. Nice. Nice. Looks like some kind of, I don't know what kind of creature used to live in here. But they barely fit. Expedition cloth mantle. Okay. Complete quest. It is a mantle, so it's shoulders. And, okay. I look cool. Let me see what my... Do I have... I wish there was a tool comparison. I cloth cuffs. All right. That's what this was. Okay. That was actually not that hard at all. I'm going to have to go up and meet this warlord. And I think it's a... What is that sticking out of its side? I'm going to avoid it so it doesn't attack me again because there's nothing I get out of defeating it again. Yeah. So anyway, what I was saying is I think, you know, I like watching streamers like everybody else, but it depends. I tend to like watching people play games I've played before. Look at that little chipmunk. He's so cute. He's super cute. He's a prairie dog. I tend to like to see them take on scenarios I've taken, especially when there's some variable outcomes, so I can see how else it could be solved. It's sort of my replay. Plus, hearing them talk about things and entertaining people is a lot of fun, right? All right. Have Herbert Gloomburst transform you into an ogre, then scout the nearby ogre citadel. Okay. Who is supposed to transform? So Herbert. There's Herbert right there. Herbert, make me an ogre. All right. So he's going to transform me. I'm going to be a big old ogre. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hey, these just some prisoners. Yeah. Yeah, put them in pot. Okay. They must be pretty smart if they're doing a ritual, right? Um, I'm kind of a hero. I'm an ogre hero. Type wave to Gorgoth. All right, so that's it. This is great. That's a tutorial wave on how to use emotes. Cool. They included it in so it brings up a module for D&D that I am starting to create. It's interesting. I think that one notion that we can borrow from games like this in D&D is something that is a more crafted experience to teach players in D&D how to use different elements of D&D, like how to do ability checks and how to do saves and how difficult terrain works and all this stuff. So I'm I'll be publishing a module early next year, early 2021, called the Star Tier Dungeon. A little play on words, but it's specifically crafted to create separate rooms that isolate different types of elements of D&D gameplay in them. So I won't spoil it, but there's certain games that'll focus on ability checks, certain games that will focus on type dance while in the cooking area, optional. Yeah, I'll type dance on the cooking area, baby. Where is the cooking area? Let's see if it's down here. Yeah. So that's separated out into component elements so that it gives people a moment to dance. It gives people a moment to. The humor in World of Warcraft is pretty good. Yeah, sometimes you got to dance, baby. What do you want from me? All right. So the isolate ability checks down into sort of discrete steps within a game that give people a moment to get used to it and move forward. I think this would be really useful for new players. There's lots of people who picked up the. Sorry, you're probably hearing some lawn stuff in the background. I'll close my window. But anyway, so what I think is that'll be useful for a module for new players who want to play with their family or their kids, or not have to take on the entire run a one shot that works you through those elements. I've actually done this to great success in my D&D games because we often have a virtual tabletop with a new set of players that don't know how to use the interface, and I have run several dungeons right now that are exactly that. They're tutorials essentially. They're separated rooms. They have to learn some different aspect of the VTT, how to roll their ability checks, how to roll their weapon attacks. And then it sort of combines at the end with one big encounter that lets them do all of those different things. And anyway, I'll be producing that in 2021. Please look for that. I'll produce some VTT versions of that as well. So you can use it to introduce people to the game. It'll be a nice 3-hour one shot. What is 3 different quests? Blow up 4 catapults with Dark Maul within the Citadel. Okay. Recover and the ward stones from Jugnug, Wug. So 3 different ogres, I guess, and use them to free the warlord Thunderwalker. And slay 8 ogres within the Citadel. I think that's not going to be a problem. Getting all of this other stuff. All right. So this is the guy I got to free with these items I'm trying to collect. So anyway, yeah, tutorials. I think a tutorial in D&D is one element of of games and gaming in general that I think is missing in D&D. It's the strength of D&D is that it's a holistic experience, it's an integrated experience, and it's not limited in these ways. But I think for your first session, getting concepts across to people, like what is a what's an ability check? I mean, I think if you've never encountered D&D before, that would be rough. For some reason my imp is not with me. He must have been killed. So sorry, imp. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Voidwalker this time though, to see what the combat's like with him. Yes, and he has an aggro ability. All right, I have a new ability here, Drain Life. Drains life from the target, causing 34 shadow damage over 5 seconds, and healing me for 5% or for a bunch of the damage done. Okay, I'll put Shift Z for now because I don't know how to arrange my buttons. I don't know how to optimize these yet, but I'll figure that out in time. So same thing as before though. Start out with Q to damage over time, and then start shadow bolting. I guess it's basically the difference if I'm using my tank, I want to use my health funnel to channel my health into my pet's health. And if I am using my DPS, I'm going to be the one taking damage, so I need some health ability for myself that does damage to them as well. Yeah, they're fine. Ogre Shadowcaster. So yeah, I think that tutorial approach would be really good and useful for D&D. I'll produce in that. It'll be 5-page adventure at maximum. I'll provide maps with it. And hopefully it will be a lot of fun. Something I think module design wise is missing. I would like it to be over. One of the things that modules in D&D do, I think poorly, is, and maybe they get this from MMOs actually. Now that I think about it, but generally speaking, D&D modules are D&D modules. They don't provide you with a lot of information about how to make it harder, like up the difficulty or dial it down, which I think would be really useful if you want to cover a range of levels. Just telling them there's this monster in the room, no matter what the level the players are, that doesn't really help. I think you might give them some advice on scaling it up or scaling it down, and that's something I'd like to include in my module write-ups as well. Oh, bomb. All right. I don't know. I'm supposed to do a bunch of these things. I think 4 catapults. And I'll just work through these. What is this exclamation point for? I think that means it's a quest target. I probably should be casting that attack speed debuff on it. But no, that's fine. Okay. So I'm probably going to be playing for a little bit more, by the way. So hang out with me if you'd like. Again, if you had anything to say you want to chat about, please drop it in. Please drop it in the chat. I'm happy to talk about it, but you're welcome to lurk as well. I'm just going to kind of blather on about D&D and different things. One of the things that I do also find useful that I get out of World of Warcraft, besides just fun, is I get voices. I like to do voices as DM. I'm not going to do them overly much in the stream because it'll get annoying. But yeah, I love voices. I've always done that. My wife makes my wife laugh, which is more important to me probably than anything. But yeah. Oh, there's a catapult. Let me go destroy that. Now, if you've never played one of these games before, red, you see a lot of creatures' titles are in red. If you get too close to them, they will attack you. That's what that red means. They're aggro. They're what they're called aggro, which means they'll get aggressive on you and go ahead and attack you. So you have to kind of watch your positioning in the world, make sure you're not running into a bunch of monsters in the middle somewhere. Somebody's over there doing something. Okay. Oh, there's another chest down here. Can I get in there? So just stay, you want to split these bad guys. Oh, there's a chest up there. I'm going to go get that. Split these bad guys, not get too close to them because you don't want to. It used to be called a train. Literally, you would have this train of monsters behind you, and they would follow you across a whole zone. And back in, what is this effigy for? Binds when picked up the stone. I don't know what that means. So bind when it picks up means that you can't trade it. It's just yours. But I don't know what is that supposed to do. It must be a quest item. Anyway, so trains. Back in the days of EverQuest, you used to have these discrete zones, and now most games are zoneless. But it used to be people would hang out at the zone entrance, and people running through the zone would end up sort of aggroing all the monsters that they would run past. And you'd end up with this train of 20 monsters following behind you. And when you hit the zone exit, you would leave. The monsters couldn't leave the zone, and anybody standing in that zone area would start getting attacked by those monsters. So it was unfortunately a way for people to grief people back in the day because people just hanging around trying to have a good time. Folks would dump these 20 monsters on top of them that would start attacking everybody. But there's sometimes no way to avoid it. So you'd type in chat, choo choo. So you'd scream so people knew it was coming. So everybody at the zone entrance, you would type choo choo train incoming, and this giant conga line of mob would come in behind you, absolutely ruining everybody's day. So they can get out of the way, or they can prepare a fight, however they wanted to do it. And that was that's one of those things that nostalgia makes it seem like it was fun, but it was not really fun. It was just not enjoyable. But it was a living, breathing world, which is what made it, I think attractive to people at the time. They imagined all of these things would happen, most of which did not happen. Am I supposed to be doing something here? It's a little circle here. Maybe one of those mobs is supposed to spawn here. If I wait a second. Aha, there he is. So the nostalgia is not what it used to be, right? People remember that and they think it was fun. And it was good. The first time it happened, it was a goof and it was fun. Second time it was happened, it's like, aha, still funny. Third, fourth time, fifth time, become part of your regular game. Not being able to walk away for a second to go to take a bio break, that made it a little rough. Another waterstone. All right. So I have still disabled. Oh, I don't know what he was doing. He probably aggroed on me when I was saying before the aggro mobs. If you've played World of Warcraft a lot, especially if you played recently and you're watching me play, you're probably cringing. So if you have advice, go ahead and give it. Not that many people in the stream, so if you have it, again, lurking's fine. I'm not going to poop on anybody for lurking. Absolutely fine. So one more ogre to be slain to punch my ticket and finish my quota. And where am I going to find one? Will he count? I don't know. I think that was a named mob I had to kill before. We'll see if any of that helped. No, he does not. He does not count. I need to find a regular old ogre. Ogre brute. Right, this is a nice little unpacking of these tutorials. Do a bunch of things. They give you some starter gear. Ooh, rune track necklace. Oh, that's right. Items in here come in different rarities. So this is a magic item. Gives me +1 for critical strike, and I guess +1 haste is +1 speed. I don't know that actually crit strike, I guess, makes some difference to me, but I don't know if spells can crit in this. I don't remember if they can crit or not. I will wear it. Is this a better improvement? Frayed pants, I doubt it. Level 4. All right. Onward and upward. I think I have to free this Tauren guy from the center here. Oh. I didn't loot this guy. Very well. Very well. And I have 2 turn-ins up here. Where are we at? There's a lot of people sort of being Darth Vader choked, held in the earring. It's a third different person with that exact same animation. Okay, catapult destruction. Turn that in and make some money. Get some gloves by turning that in. And that annoying prompt that I constantly get. All right. Do I do something? Oh, okay. I can use these warding stones on these spell items to undo the spell. I do think that's something you can borrow for your D&D game, by the way, that, you know, finding MacGuffins in the world to physically do something. D&D, one of the sort of the faulty logics people get about D&D. Let me pick up and turn in this quest. Required items, continue. All right. Controlling the stones. All right. Finish that quest. I'll get a hood if I complete the dungeon, Dark Maul Citadel. Sure. I don't know what that is, but sure. Oh, I don't want to use the group finder. Oh, I really don't want to do that. Seriously, go away. Oh, they're making me group? Oh, don't do that. That's horrible. Oh, if I have to group, I'm not sure I'm interested in doing it. Forced grouping is the worst thing in the world. Entertainment and chill out zone. Okay. Well, you know what? I think that's, what have I been doing this? About an hour and a half. You know, I think that's probably enough for me to mess around for today. I might be on later. I might do other ad hoc things. I appreciate it if you join me today. Go ahead and leave like, subscribe, whatever. Do all the things, the social media things. Please engage me on Twitter. I'd love to engage people on Twitter. My account there is Optional Rule. I'm Optional Rule on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch. Go ahead and give me a like, follow, subscribe. Be loving to your dog, whatever you think could be a good honorific. Go ahead and do that. Hope you give a thumbs up. Hope you watch future streams, and especially if you're interested in D&D or you're curious about D&D, if you've happened to run across a stream, haven't tried D&D and tabletop role-playing game before, it's a great hobby. I really suggest you give it a shot. Join into my streams at on noon on Saturdays, noon Eastern time, and just come chat, hang out, have a good time. All right, so I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do today. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you'll go ahead and give World of Warcraft a shot and see how it works for you. I'll probably stream some more if I play a little bit during the week, and I hope to talk to you then. Until then, I'll see you on social media. Remember, fun is not optional. Thank you for joining me, folks. Bye-bye.